Your voice, your opinion, your community. Fact TV, free speech protected.
The following is independently produced programming. The views and opinions expressed are those of the producers and do not reflect the views and opinions of Falls Area Community Television, our staff, or board of directors.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Cherie, and welcome to New England Gardens. Today's little special feature is I'm doing my gardens. And when I bought my house back in 2009, this was all weeds, little kind of rock wall, and I weed whacked everything down to the nitty-gritty, took everything away, brought in some great soil, and started building my masterpiece. And somebody coined it the Jewel Box Garden. And it has sort of like a French country feel to it. And I have a little bit of this and a little bit of that. These are my favorites. They're going by, but I'm saving the seed heads. These are Maltese crosses. And then I've got lots of different hostas. And I have a lot of different mini hostas too, and they're hiding everywhere, so it'll be kind of nice to see everything. And this is called Simicifuga. And the bees absolutely love this. And, you know, it doesn't take a lot of money to have a garden. You can get things from here and there. And, you know, like the globe thistle that's behind the cameraman, that came from my mom's house. And a lot of this came from friends and family. So it's not only just a garden. This is my photo album. And every time I look at a certain flower or a certain shrub or a certain succulent, I think of the person that gave it to me. And it really means a lot. So I've created what I call living art. If we come in here, these are wonderful little begonias. This is what they call a prickly pear cactus, and I acclimated that back in 2006. And I've shared that with several of my friends, so whenever they see the prickly pear cactus, hopefully they'll think of me. And my favorite is delphinium, and I have done a painting, which I'll show you on the inside of my house, of just one of these flowers after the rain, and it came out nice. And this morning, normally I deadhead my daylilies, but I just wanted to show you some of them. And typically what you do is just pinch them, and some people throw them in the compost. I just throw them back in the garden. But they are absolutely lovely. And they call them daylilies because this one opened this morning. This one will be tomorrow. That one will probably be 2 days from now, but they're all, every day you're gonna get a different flower. And there's several varieties around here. And one of them, which is right over here where the annual salvia is, are very, very tall ones. Those don't bloom until mid-August, and they go all the way to September. And my friend used to have a garden shop in Manchester, Vermont, where I used to live. And he gave this to me, and it came from Italy. And I had to tie it to the roof of my car in order to get it here. That looked fun. This was made for me in Stowe. Big old rusty sculpture. And the hollyhocks right here. I felt sorry for them. They were in the dollar store in a little $2 package. So I bought them, soaked them. They came out nice, $2. And these over here, they're called canna lilies. And yes, you have to dig them up every year, and they will get vibrant red flowers on them. And the hummingbirds absolutely love them. And they're absolutely stunning. And do you want to just go on the outside skirts? Because I want to show you that. This is a phlox, but it's not just any phlox. It's a color-changing phlox. It starts off this cobalt blue, and then when the sun comes around, which will probably be within an hour, it will turn purple. So it's fantastic. And this stone right here with a little peg in it, I went down to Grafton, Vermont, and I love going into the rivers and getting unusual stones to add to the rock wall. That was there. And it took all my might to pull that thing out of the river, to put it in my car and get it here. But it looks great. And I grow a lot of things I have some birds downstairs, some parakeets. This is arugula, they like that. They like their fresh lettuce. And my tomato plants, which are over here, they're sweet 100s. They will grow, like last year, they were 16 feet tall. And it was just, they're pretty impressive. And there's just so much in the garden that just, you know, where do you go? I mean, you just can keep changing it, it evolves. And this section over here, I ripped it all out. I didn't like it. So I went to this store, a place in West Brattleboro, I think it's called Rashad's, for $5.97. I got all these perennials. I got the lavender, I got the delphinium. I mean, yes, the daylily was there, but that was only $14.99. I mean, look at that. That's stunning. And what happened was, I was given a Jerusalem artichoke, about that big. It completely took over this whole area. And this is what it looks like right over here. It is edible, the roots are, but it takes over your whole garden. And I'm just gonna let it bloom this year, and I may keep it or I may give it away. Who knows? I do that a lot. And then a friend of mine had to move. Watch where I'm walking here. She had to move to Connecticut, and so she gave me this copper, and it's a handmade bird bath, and the feet on it, I know you can't see it, but they're garlic. So I just had to have that. And I like collecting artifacts. The unicorn down here. Let's see if I can't get out of the garden here. The unicorn that's right here, it's an old English unicorn, and I got it at an antique store. And the lady said it's ceramic and it's cracked, and it was only $45. It's all lead. And it weighs a lot, but it is beautiful, and it guards the garden. It sees who's coming down the driveway, and it's just, it protects, it's a little protector, like a, you know, sort of like a gargoyle, but with a more pleasant face. And these are your bee balm, which the hummingbirds absolutely love. And here is a baptisia, which is false indigo. Excuse me. Right here. I've trimmed it back because it was quite large. That came from my neighbors, Martha and Sue Zimmerman. And that was on their family farm. And they estimated that plant to be about 250 years old. So, like I said, I see Sue and Martha, I see my mom, I see Terry, I see Tressa Wood, I see all these people in my garden because they were kind enough to share something that they absolutely loved with me. And this one I had to cut back. It's a late blooming daylily. I have a raccoon that likes to come around at night, and I call him Dozer because he doesn't go around the plants, he plows through them. So that's why that looks that way. And I don't know if you wanted to walk down here. This is kind of a little bit cute, but this is where I had some trees cut down, and whenever the hostas get too big, I'm just putting them in here, just so that it'll be like a hosta farm. So this is all basically new, probably within 2 years, but anything that gets too big for its britches, it goes here. But this rock right here, which I can see the crows have played with it, if you stand back and you look at it in a certain way, you can see sort of like a nose, and these are the eyes, and I call it the troll rock. I just think it's kind of cool, you know? And then I have a rock in the back, and it's an actual bench. It's just kind of a neat little place. And this pops up every year. Have no idea what it is, so I call it Weedius unknownus. It's just a lovely thing. It doesn't do anything but this. And I just absolutely love it. You know, it's not so much the flowers, but look at, you get little heart-shaped leaves. And you have all these little trendles on it. So it's quite lovely. And that's my little shed. And of course the sign says in the garden, of course. But if you want to maybe go down the back here, I can, oh my goodness. I was gonna show people some of the things that I've done in the past with when I worked at the Equinox Hotel. We can talk about this guy, and then we can talk about this. My fountain stopped working about 15 minutes before you got here. I was like, no. But, yeah. Oh, and like these two things here, they're very old urns. My father went to the metal pile at his dump in Vermont, and somebody discarded these. And these have gargoyles on them. They're just wonderful. And of course, these were planted in March, and they're a little tired looking, but I kept them anyway. And this is my goth one, and my black petunias. I just had to have those. And I love green flowers. And these are just your nicotine plant. It's just wonderful. And I have like little hidden fairies in all my pots, and hidden here and there. And then she is absolutely lovely. My sister gave me that planter, and the frog is lovingly looking at her. And the bench also came from a friend of mine that has passed away. So every time I see that bench, I think of Norm. Yep. And when my mother passed away, that's when I put this whole garden in. So it's sort of like a memory of her, and with the pot being that it was given to my sister, it kind of connects. So it's kind of nice. And this big jar, a friend of mine was moving and gave it to me. So I had to have that. Can't say no to that. And then the anchor was hers too, so I had to have that. I just stuck that up on the house. But, yep, over here, this arbor, back in the garden. I like my path, my stepping stones are leaves. This, I designed it, and if you look at it, you can see it. This is a porch column, but it's upside down. This is typically where your spindles would go. This is called a corbel. This is called a side light, and I've got to sort of fix whatever's going on in here. I think the heat got to it. And these windows, even though I know they don't have glass in a lot of them, it's just absolutely beautiful. And somebody put them in the dump, and I dumpster dive for it. Yes, I'm very proud of myself. But they're lovely. You know, it's just something, you design it and you put it together, and there it is. And it's in the garden. And I also have other ones. I would probably mention this, but I probably shouldn't. A friend of mine went over to Isle of Shoals and brought back seeds of a hollyhock. There you go. And this thing right here, we had a great store. It was called 5 Acre Farms, and when they sold the place and they were closing, I bought this off of them, and I bought the working fountain until 15 minutes ago. And it's absolutely lovely, and it was going, and all of a sudden it quit, and I'm like, oh God, it figures. But yep, it took a lot of guys to move that base. It's very, very heavy. I put this around because this was, when I bought the house, the parking lot. And I had to bring in a lot of fill so I could make like a cul-de-sac. And back over here, I know it's kind of beaten up, but I used to do the gardens at the Village Country Inn. I need to sort of try to restore that somehow, because that place is no longer in existence, and my friend had the whole beautiful inn, and I really miss it. And over here, this part with these were here, and I've been trying to just put things down here, but it's a tough area. I think it's a soil thing, and we haven't had any rain. So what I do with daylilies, these are just your common ones, is I cut them back, and then they'll start to get fresher leaves, and it will look really, really nice. So for right now, it looks taken care of, sparse, but it's being taken care of. And I disperse just seeds in here, and that's where all these hostas come from. These aren't hostas, these are your canna lilies, but these little things come from seeds. And you know, it's just a free garden. And the man who has like a nice little craft place next to Penny Plumbing and Heating made that, and I just absolutely loved it. So I bought it. And here's the bench rock. And it's quite comfortable. Came from the Equinox Hotel when I used to be the head gardener there. They were getting rid of a bunch of stuff, so I said, you know what? I like it. I'm gonna take it. So a lot of this stuff is just free. Because when I bought this house, there wasn't anything here. And I created all this. When I can. Because when you do gardens for a living, and then you get home, you're tired. And this is my little sanctuary underneath here. Not only do I have gardens, I have houseplants. And they like to grow very large out here during the summer. So I call this spring break. You know, they come out here first thing in the spring, and then they go back in the fall. And I have a lot of crystals, of course. I love them. And this is what's exciting about plants. This one right here, this little citrus tree, we moved from Babylon, Long Island to Bennington, Vermont. I was 3. My father got me a little orange, and so we pulled it apart to find one little seed. That is 60 years old. Yep, because I'll be 63 August 9th, and I've had this since I was 3. And wherever I go, it goes. And I have a lot of rocks in my garden. Whenever I move the rocks. But yeah, it's kind of nice out here. You just sit and enjoy. Look at this view. And if anybody's wondering about these things, okay, these are a golden cypress. No, however, tomatoes. I cut these things with scissors and a ladder. I will trim them again toward the end of August. I just let them get a growth. And I don't know if you can see it or not, but in order to topiary them and bend them, I put in this copper wire. You can see it. And then I used hair clips to clip it. And then I arched it over. And then I'm going to allow this to dangle down, so I'll have another little poofy thing right here. And this one right here, see how I'm letting him grow that way? Eventually, this branch right here and that branch will get big enough, and I'm going to have another arch, because I like the arches. They're so beautiful. But they're easy to care for, and they're user-friendly. They're not picky. I don't like picky, like blue spruce, white spruce. You get that in your hand or your foot, forget it, you know? It hurts. But yeah. And the little stones that I'm walking on, these are all handmade, and I got them at Brimfield, at the Brimfield Antique Show, and I love them. But then we go inside and I'll show you all the Only the Lonely. And it's grows right at the bottom here, and then it makes its way up through here. So all I can think of is that scene in Men in Black where that alien came up through the grates. So that's George. And the neat thing about this plant, see the way they dangle down? At night, when you come out here, they face upward toward the moon, which is really awesome. You gotta straighten it out. All right, this is oil on canvas. This is the one little section of the delphinium after the rain. I caught the raindrops underneath and on top. And like with a garden, I create living art. My home has to have all art. I can't have things that aren't handcrafted by an artist. I have to feel and see that part of their soul is in a painting, or whether it's in an embroidery, or whether it's in enameling. It's just here. And I find all this stuff, I don't kill it, and I find it in the gardens. I mean, the feathers, the butterflies, and yes, I didn't kill it, a hummingbird, and it's a male, and you can see his little ruby throat. And a friend of mine went over to the island of Aguila, whoops, and saw a hummingbird's nest and noticed that the mother was not coming back. So he smuggled it in for me, and I just placed him in there. Whoops. But yeah, that's what I do. I just like to collect things. I think they're all kind of special. You know, whether it's a shell that I've had since I was 7 years old from Cape May, New Jersey, to whatever I find. I'm always putting rocks in my pockets. Oh, look at that one. It's cool. It's coming home with me. But yeah, gotta have the bugs. And it's not real. I wouldn't scare anybody, but even hand-blown ones out of glass. I just love it. Nature and all. It's fantastic. In order to be a gardener, you got to be prepared to have something like that land on you and not freak out about it. But yeah, there we go. I came in early one day, like around 4:35, started spelling out the word equinox, and I got that far, and my boss came in and saw that. When you do something like this, these are annuals, and you plant this specific type of annual, which is your green leaf wax begonia, and these are your ageratum, 6 inches on center. So planting something 6 inches on center, then that way you can figure out how big your letters have to be and how far apart they have to go. But it turned out perfect, you know? I mean, all of these, I don't know if all these designs, you know, it's just amazing. You can just do whatever you want with flowers and just get creative. I took this from the window. I hung out there. But, I mean, everybody, that was 1995. Yep, and that's just flowers. It's just fantastic. And not only can you do it with flowers, I mean, I've got all kinds of designs here. You can do it with mums. Where's the mums? It looks like a coffin. Just saying. But yeah, I mean, they just get huge. You gotta give them the right fertilizer. Where's the fall? I had fall in here somewhere. Oh, here we go. These are taken with a Polaroid. Goes to show you how old they are. But, you know, I would take them from the different windows. But that's my son. And what I would do for people, this garden right here, I would just put black and orange pansies around here, then set up a farm thing so people can take their picture. And I mean, you can do whatever you want with gardens, just so everybody, it's a labor of love, so everybody can enjoy it. And I mean, and this is like the Bible of the hotel and the years, there's me, of just doing this all by hand. It's just unbelievable. Of course, you know, you can see where I put a comment, hated it. But there's a friend I met, she was lovely. But yeah, the reason why I did not like this is because when these flowers came in, they come in very small. Look at the color. It's the wrong color. It was supposed to be all Olympia, and this is something different. So it was kind of like, oh God, that's not good. But yeah, but just creating it using plants. Oh, and here, this is a big tip. This is a box elder, not a good picture. It has rust on it. If you have geraniums and you use geraniums, and if you have a box elder, do not plant geraniums for the next couple of years, because then the geranium gets rust. So you got to let it get through the system, and you got to get rid of anything that has that disease on there. And if you're a smoker and you have nicotine and the chemicals from your cigarettes on your hands, when you go to deadhead your geraniums don't like it and you will kill them. So you got to be very careful with plants. They're very sensitive to things, and you know, it's amazing. And I think they really liked me because they got really big. But yeah, and I've been in several magazines and several articles, all on just from the hotel. You know, I don't know if I have any of the brochures in here. Oh, here's the Christmas one. This is just the equinox, and it has just the fall gardens and stuff like that in there. But where's the Christmas? I used to do the Christmas stuff with a bunch of us at the hotel, and I probably don't have any of that on me right now. Nope. Go figures. But I thought I kept it in here, but maybe I did. Maybe here's some of the articles. But yeah, tons of different articles. I don't know. I thought I had all of the magazines. Oh, I know where they are. They're downstairs. Did you want me to bring those up so you can see them? Okay.